You want to be a class act, but there's just too many shirts out there to express yourself. You are. Hey everybody, JRock here in episode 41, I think, of Between a Rock and a Hard Place. I think it's episode 41. Correct me if I'm wrong, editing JRock. Nope, you're right, recording JRock. It is episode 41. Oh, right on. Thanks, bro. So yeah, 41 episodes, every week. Let's keep going, folks. First off the bat, what I want to do is I want to wish a speedy recovery to Sean, the NESROMANCER, our friend. He does the music for my videos here, and he was up in the hospital the other day, and he's having a rough time. So I wish him a speedy recovery. I know everyone in the Cartridge Club is pulling for him, so I just wanted to say, Sean, wish you all the best. Send my vibes to you all the way in Australia from Canada here. So I hope they reach you, pal, and have a speedy recovery. Get well. So yeah, let's on with the show now. Some news. 1UP Games has officially announced where they will be moving. They will be moving to 105 King Street East in Hamilton. It's an old bridal shop, actually. Rainbow Bridal it was called, and it was there for a really long time. Like, it was a family-owned business there forever, and just recently closed. So the guys from 1UP scooped up the location, and it's right downtown. It's awesome. Can't wait for it to open. I was actually there this weekend helping Matt do some painting. I was there with our buddy Oscar.
That's the only time I deviate. That's the only time I deviate.
As well as Pete Diak, the organizer of the Waterloo Video Game Swap.
Yeah, Pete Diak, co-organizer of the Waterloo Video Game Swap.
We were all there helping him paint and get some stucco on the ceiling and stuff. I was spreading out some stucco with a roller and just helping out. And that's actually, funny story how I got this shirt is I showed up and Matt was like, "You ready to paint?" And I didn't have grubby clothes on, so I was like, you know what, we went and got something to eat, and on the way back, I was like, I'm gonna pop into the Salvation Army and get like a $3 shirt or whatever that I don't mind ruining. And this is the first shirt on the rack. I am Vartigus! I am Vartigus! And it says free gas on the side there. Somebody farting. So yeah, I just thought that's why I have this ridiculous shirt. It was just hilarious to do painting. So we got that done. So, you know, while I'm talking about Pete Diak of the Waterloo Video Game Swap Meet, that is coming up September 20th. That's in a couple of weeks now. Hope you've been saving your money, kids, because there's going to be games to be had. This will be my third time attending. It is awesome. There's over 100 tables, people selling retro games and related stuff. So if you're into that sort of thing, you must make it to Waterloo. You must not miss it. Seriously. Best swap that there is. It's only growing each time. Last time it was at capacity, just wall-to-wall people, so I'm looking forward to getting there and hopefully getting in early, because you got VIP tickets for sale on the page, so you can go buy those, and that gets you in earlier than everybody else in line. So yeah, can't wait for the Waterloo Video Game Swap Meet, and I'll be talking more about that in the coming weeks up to it, and then hopefully doing a video on it. Other things to look forward to is next week, because I'm uploading this on the Monday, you have some time. If you're watching this in the week that I uploaded it, Saturday morning around 9 a.m. Eastern, I think, we will be recording and going live with the first episode of Retro Fandango Live. Kevin Buried on Mars, Richard Ramvox, and I are going to be doing a live show on Twitch on the Buried on Mars Twitch channel. Link in the description below, so you can go watch that. Eat some cereal, maybe have some cartoons on in the background. Don't listen to the cartoons, have it on, because you want to listen to us, the podcast, live. It's the first time we've done this. We're going to have cameras on our face. Here's a little clip of what you're going to have. It's not even a show either.
No.
Nothing really to concentrate on, but you feel like there's something to concentrate on. So what do you do?
Not pay attention to the chat and pay attention to what's going on in the show. That's the idea.
Man, I'm listening to two different versions of you. You in the the current and you in the past.
You gotta mute that shit.
Yeah. Sir, turn off your radio, please. It's 2015, sir. Turn the radio off. So now on to a new segment that I want to try out, and I don't know if I'll be able to do it every week, but I'll certainly try to do as much as I can, and that is the ROCKIN Spotlight. And what the ROCKIN Spotlight's going to be is showing you guys a local rock and roll band, local to me, so that a little bit of exposure around the world, something that you might not regularly get to enjoy. So this week is Radio Free Universe, my friends Marcus, George, Ryan, and Ashton. I've known these guys for years, and they seriously rock. They're one of my favorite local bands. I just went to one of their shows the other night. I took some recordings, but the sound was really loud and very buzzy, the bass. So I can cut in that video, but I'm also going to cut in some of their tunage from their MP3s that are available online.
Bottles of beer, 6 glasses of wine, 6 shots of tequila, and then he made me a sign. 6 bottles of beer, 6 glasses of wine, 6 shots of tequila. He said, "Sell your soul is a mine."
Now, you can go check these guys out on Reverb Nation. They have a Twitter, Facebook group, and they are currently on YouTube, but I don't know how long that would be for. The guitarist said they would be doing some record deal changes later, so that might not be there forever, but it is now. So you can go check these guys out, Radio Free Universe, at their stuff on YouTube. Go listen to these guys. They rock. If you've been liking the tunage that you hear in this episode, that's because it's by these guys. Oh, pardon me. They seriously rock. Radio Free Universe. So let's move on to the next segment, and that is game pickups. I didn't end up picking games till like around Sunday. I went to one of my favorite stores, and they've had some deals. I got all these games for $40, and great value actually, between $4 and $5 a game. And here's a couple things. First off, I got Dark Cloud for PlayStation 2. And now I already own this game, but I'm going to use it as trade fodder at the Waterloo Video Game Swap Meet. This is like a $25 or $30 game. I got it for $6, so there's like my savings right there. Then I also came across Metal Gear Solid digital graphic novel for PSP, and this is the first time I've ever seen this, but I scumbagged it up and looked it up on eBay because I'd never seen it before. And it was there for like $10, and this goes for like $30 to $40 depending on shipping on eBay. So I was like, hey, these two deals here was the value right there, and all this was just the cake. So I got for $2, I got Crimson Skies for my buddy Cartridge Bros P1. He just got an Xbox, and of course Rambox, this is his favorite game, and recommended that he get this. So I saw it, and I'm gonna send it to him. Yeah, and I got a bunch of Xbox stuff here. Star Wars The Clone Wars with Tetris Worlds. Seeing that all over the place, finally decided to grab it. Magic the Gathering Battlegrounds. Now, at first I was like, if this is a card game, I don't want to get it, but it looks like some sort of dungeon crawler type thing, so I like those games. Hunter the Reckoning. And last Xbox game here is Grabbed by the Ghoulies, which I've been hearing a lot about because of the Rare Retro Replay, and the music was done by Grant Kirkhope, who I got to meet at Con Bravo. He did the music for GoldenEye and Banjo-Kazooie and this game, a lot of the Rare stuff. So yeah, I'm glad to finally grab this game. Been hearing a lot about it and never heard about it back when it came out. So see what it's all about. And then I grabbed for PlayStation 2, Burnout and Burnout 2, Point of Impact. So yeah, a nice bunch of games for $40. I don't usually like to say how much I spent on games, but that's how much I spent, and good stack. And of course I got those Burnout games because of what I've been playing, and that is the Cartridge Club game of the month, Burnout 3 Takedown. So now I got the first 3 Burnout games. This is what we've been playing this month. This is the only game I've been putting time into, and instead of just talking about it, let's go to me playing some of it. Let's go over to the couch. Now that we're on the couch and PS2's loaded up with Burnout 3 Takedown, we can play some of this. So, as you can see, I don't have that many medals. I'm not that far completed yet. I'm still stuck on a level. I'm a perfectionist. I want to get all gold as I go, which I've been advised against. But I hit sort of a brick wall here on this one level, the downtown level, the preview lap here. So let's rock that. Gotta do the lap in like under a minute and 3 seconds to get the gold, and it's just so tough. You gotta not hit anything, because if you hit something you gotta restart. So let's try this out. I've tried a lot, and hopefully it's good luck to be recording here and I can share that with you guys. Okay, first off the bat, you want to go between these 2 cars, get a bit of a boost going, drift around this corner, try to get as close to these cars as possible, even grind up against the wall is good. All about the drift. I find sticking to the right here is kind of good. You're kind of safe. Okay, here comes the tricky part. The trickiest part of this, coming around and not hitting one of these poles like that. What? Oh. Seriously, if I can't do this, I gotta just pass on for now, but it's so addictive and trying to get golds in each one, so this one's a tough level. How has everyone else been doing in this level? Hopefully better than that taxi. Restart! Last time, I swear. All about the drift. Yeah. Find sticking to the right is safe here. Whoa. This is my least favorite part. Wow. 10 seconds to go. Come on. Yes! Yes! Yeah! Yeah! On camera, baby. Woo! That feels good. I've been trying to do that forever. And I caught it on camera for between a rock and a hard place. Now let's go back to the show, kids. It's magic. So yeah, that's a fun game. Play it, and you can join along in the Cartridge Club. Actually, our friend Dean Lasagna from Round 2 Gaming just did a rehash of the Cartridge Club site. You can go to cartridgeclub.org. It is a new site that he set up, and that you can get to the forums from there. As well, he did a map, a Cartridge Club map, on a site called zmaps.com, and you can mark, if you're in the Cartridge Club, you can mark where you are on the map, so you can see how far the reach of the Cartridge Club is, and it goes all across North America and even Japan and the UK and Thailand and it's just Australia. It's reaching all over the place, so it's cool to see that. And Dean Lasagna, you work hard at this Cartridge Club thing, buddy, so good on you. Really cool. So yeah, that's the Cartridge Club. Now let's move on to the word of the week. The word of the week this week is weeaboo.
Weeaboo. Weeaboo.
Weeaboo is not in the dictionary. It's more of an Urban Dictionary thing. And what a weeaboo is someone who is obsessed with Japan, Japanese culture, and anime, and attempts to act as if they were Japanese, even though they're far from it. Now, I saw this term being used in some tweets from some people because Fan Expo was this past weekend. I didn't go to that. Too much money. But anyways, somebody had mentioned that they were hanging out with a bunch of the weeaboos. And I'm like, what does that mean? So I looked it up, and that's what it means is the people that are really into Japanese culture and try to act Japanese and aren't Japanese. So yeah, that's kind of funny. So yeah, that's the word of the week, weeaboo. Now, certainly not weeaboos, but it's the YouTube shout-out of the week! And the YouTube shout-out of the week this week is, and I'm sorry it's taken so long, guys, to mention you guys on Between a Rock and a Hard Place, but it's the Leftover Bits podcast, hosted by Mac Enzi and Paul the Cartridge Canuck. These guys are a brand new podcast on the block, and they just had their second episode. They're fellow Cartridge Club members, and what they do on their shows is they talk about, you know, what they've been up to in their personal lives, game pickups, what they've been playing, shows, even sports and stuff. And, you know, they're a couple of Canadian dudes, so they got some Canadiana going on. They talk about Trailer Park Boys every episode, too. They talk about an episode of Trailer Park Boys. And, yeah, they just did an episode talking about Breakfast Club, which is one of my favorite movies, so I really enjoyed that podcast. And the next episode that they're going to be doing, they'll be discussing the movie Mystery Men, which was hilarious, great movie. I watched a lot when it came out, so I might watch that again before I listen to their new episodes. So if you haven't yet, go on over, check out Leftover Bits podcast. They're on Podbean, iTunes, and they have a YouTube channel where they put up the trailers for their episodes, and they want to get people commenting and talking with them through their YouTube channel. So go check them out, subscribe to them. They're my boys, and they rock. So let's finish this episode with a question for the viewers. And my question for you guys is, I've been thinking a lot about events lately. There's so many awesome events, especially in the summer. But of course all year round there's events, but especially right now in summer. So many events. What are your do not miss events? I know myself personally, I do not want to miss the Waterloo Video Game Swap Meet or Con Bravo. Those are my two not miss events because they're so close to me. But what are your do not miss events? I'm curious to hear. So yeah, thanks for coming by, everybody. You know who I am and you know what to do.
My name's Frank Kirkhope. Keep rocking them games.
Thanks for coming by, my little pebbles. If you missed last week's video, you can click the box at the top left to go check that out. And also, don't forget to go subscribe to my YouTube Shot of the Week, the Leftover Bits podcast. They can be found on Podbean, iTunes, and even on YouTube. And if you like the tunes in this episode, then you're going to want to go listen to Radio Free Universe over at their Reverb Nation and their YouTube channel. They can also be followed on Twitter and Facebook. These guys rock, and I'm proud to know them. And thanks to the NESROMANCER for the Mega Man 3 and Chrono Trigger battle theme that we're listening to right now. Get well soon, buddy.